First off, please forgive me, for any noises in the background. I'm not having lollies up in my house. I have like 3 nieces because my sister came up. So here's a cookie. Hello everyone, it is me Vegeta T23 and welcome back to my new What If. Today we're starting something new, which is what if Vegeta was female? Now you see there's gonna be a lot of Vegeta simps and no, she's not gonna be a Rule 34 thick version for a reason. Nobody cares for your fetishes. Before I start, I'd like to mention that I created a Discord server for you to join. The link is in the description of this video, so if you'd like to join in and talk to me and the rest of my fans, it's there. I'd also like to mention that I created an Instagram so you can survey my very uninteresting life. I mainly post OSA stuff. Now back to the video. Before I go with the actual what if, I'd like to discuss changes. First being the banning of Vegeta Sims. This is a normal what if, so yeah, it's not really a vancatorium. Second, yes, I'll keep the same name since it's a unisex name basically. And last, no other changes except gender are made. Now with that out of the way, let's start this what if. On age 732, Vegeta was born. King Vegeta, being confident she's an elite, goes and puts her along with the rest of the elites. Her power is 480, which still barely exceeds the old record, but it exceeds it. King Vegeta requests of Nappa, a mid-class soldier who has proven himself, to train his daughter, and in return he will be promoted to the elite class. Nappa didn't really want power, but he thought it would be nice to have an elite as a friend, so he took it. During the next couple of years, she was proven to be stronger and more controllable of her actions than King Vegeta thought. That was around the same time Frieza took over the place and gave the Saiyans a thing called a scouter, which is much better than the scouting device the Saiyans used. So the king tested it on his daughter to see the power level reach 10,000 very fast. Kakarot was born around that time too, and he's in a nursing capsule as of now. Vegeta is then asked to go speak to Frieza, so she does so. She gets an assignment she needs to do for Frieza now, which she accepts, but in reality it's just a diversion. So with a couple more Saiyans, those being Nappa and Raditz, she goes to conquer the planet. All of a sudden, all Saiyans are called to their home planet and a big majority obeys and goes. Kakarot is sent to planet Earth by his parents to at least let him live on. All of a sudden, the scouters started spewing out shit about planet Vegeta being destroyed and so on. They're really mad and are actually suspecting Frieza, but they dropped that thought as they thought at least he'd kill him too, one way or the other. With that, they continue on, believing that an asteroid destroyed their planet, continuing to serve Frieza. With that, they spend their time training and conquering planets. 2 years have passed and they're still waiting for an opening to leave, but they're being constantly watched so they can't really do anything. Vegeta, after conquering a planet, comes to the conclusion that since the Saiyans were destroyed, they need to regrow the population in a way so she doesn't become a skank, and started a plan. During one of the conquers, Vegeta gave the Saiyans a message that they will begin the plan. They move away, drop their scouters, and call for their pods. They leave that very second, and the first planet they visit is the planet Tarbo resides on, not knowing how it's actually called, just that the pods had presets set up in storage memory. Once they arrived, they saw Tarbo being raised by a family of weird, football-headed aliens. He proves to be in between Raditz and Nappa level, so they take him along, telling his family he will return soon if he chooses to. With that, they leave. Next, they depart towards Earth to pick up Goku, and since Vegeta picked up her brother, she advises Raditz to do the same, and Raditz agrees. As Raditz is flying around, he reads Goku's power level. He approaches him, and everything goes actually very smooth, because Vegeta isn't as butthurt as in canon.
I'm not here to hurt you. Don't worry, brother.
Hold the fuck up, brother? He knew if he returns to Vegeta empty-handed, it's gonna be a loss, and maybe a beating too, so he does a smooth talk like the usual.
Listen to me, Kakarot. We need you. The plan is very simple. We need as much help as we can muster to find one who destroyed our race.
Goku is dumbfounded but still cautious.
Kakarot, you don't have to listen to me, but there's someone who wiped out our people. That's why I'm here. You can reject the proposal, but we need your help.
Goku gives in and Raditz tells him who they really are and what's their deal. After this, they think about what they should do next. Raditz lets the Saiyans know Goku is in the whole thing as well, and they can come over. Meanwhile, Goku, Piccolo, and Raditz train together. After a year, the two Saiyans arrive. They really don't destroy anything, but the Z fighters are well prepared. Vegeta and Nappa just gaze at the fighters and notice Gohan. They realize he's a half Saiyan and how they can make use of the hybrid. But they're here to pick up Goku. Goku arrives along with Raditz and prepares to fight him, but Goku doesn't want to fight. Goku says he was told the Saiyans were ruthless, but he sees he was off a bit. Vegeta confirms it and then asks if he'd like to just test Goku's strength, and Goku says he's quite buffed up. Vegeta respects the fact Goku is honest, as she goes in and kicks Goku in the chest, temporarily disabling him from doing anything as Vegeta gives him a flurry of punches. Goku sees that Vegeta can also control her power, and it's higher than his and Appa combined, doubting if a 10 times Kaioken could do anything to that beast, but tries it anyway as Goku unleashes a Kaioken times 10 momentarily, landing a punch on Vegeta. Vegeta stops and says that he can see why he could beat Nappa so easily and offers him a proposition to leave this place as he has something better in mind. Goku thinks it's a diversion, but Vegeta says there's a creature 1,000 times more stronger and that he's the cum stain that wiped their people from existence. She realized it when they once returned from a mission, with one of the men telling her how she's lucky to be still alive. Connecting the dots together, she realizes that he has to do something with Frieza and his involvement in the planet destruction, because an asteroid belt was light years away, and if it was an asteroid, they would have been able to stop it very easily. With such talented fighters such as herself and Goku, she's sure they can win. Goku accepts the proposal, but if she tries anything, he will go and stop her forcefully. With that, they've come to an agreement to battle Frieza and a conclusion to defeat him once and for all. Goku trained with King Kai in the time span between the arrival of Saiyan and Raditz's arrival, and so he got boosted quite high even without Kaioken. Vegeta says she's gonna listen on the scattered transmissions to locate Frieza. Kui transmitted how his departure to planet Namek was a success and how the immortality plan is in full effect. Vegeta rushes in on the Saiyan's training, mentioning Frieza's location, and so the plan is set. They decide to go on Namek. Since they were on Kami's lookout, Kami suggested a ship he came in, maybe modifying it to be sturdy enough for training too. So Bulma and Mr. Popo go pick up the ship, and Dr. Breeze gets started on working on it. He implements a gravity machine on the request of Vegeta and extends it on the inside, automating some features inside to clear some space for training. He's had a hard time working with materials he's never seen or heard of before, but he managed to succeed, and so the Saiyans began packing, aka bringing tons of senzu beans. With that, the trip to Namek was in full effect, much like Frieza's immortality. And with that, we're leaving things be for now. Thank you for watching. If you think my manga will suck, then click dislike, but if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you'd like me to cover your idea in the near future, comment down below, and as always, peace out.